We've been seeing some really big news from Ripple over the last couple days, and also some amazing XRP news that I think almost everyone should know about if you own XRP. So, first we're going to start with the big announcement from Ripple, which was Ripple is proud to be a founding member of TRM Labs Beacon Network, a first-of-its-kind real-time crypto crime fighting network. Working with businesses and police, Beacon helps stop bad guys' money before they could take it off the blockchain. Now, what's cool about this, and they have a video here too. I'm not going to play the video because there is music behind it, so it will probably get me in trouble for copyright. But what's cool here is that we have here introducing Beacon Network, the first real-time crypto crime fighting network. Exchanges, coin makers, and police can now trace money instantly and act before criminals cash out. Now, what's crazy about this is if we actually look into this Beacon Network, here we have the homepage. We see so many big players connected to it. Major exchanges, crypto companies, you name it. Here we have Flag, Trace, Alert, Action. Basically a super important piece of safety for crypto. I mean, think about how much crime there is around the crypto world of people getting their wallets emptied out, money moving over to exchanges just to get cashed out. I mean, it happens so many times. You know, we see it even with DeFi. I mean, DeFi is the home of, a lot of bad crypto activities. We know that a lot of people have had their wallets emptied, thrown into DEX. And it goes through a huge loophole, which you can go through. These swaps, basically where it's almost impossible to trace. And then guess what? They have your money. You can't do anything about it, and that's it. Well, with TRM, with this Beacon Network, it seems like they're trying to solve it. And now Ripple is becoming a founding member of the Beacon Network. And what's cool about this is think about all of the partners in the system. Number one, Canton. Canton is actually one of the players connected back to TRM. Here we have TRM Labs partners with Canton Network to make risk management stronger on privacy networks. Now, Canton Network is one of the biggest players in the private crypto side of the market because if you don't know about them, right? They're working with some of the biggest players out there. They're a public blockchain, but you can't buy, any coin that's connected to it. But they do have a massive amount of money connected to them. Not only that, but they also have a ton of big players connected to them as well. Like, for example, Bank of America, Bank of China, Barclays, BNP Paribas, Citi. I mean, guys, the names here are just insane. You could probably pick and choose a few names that you know, and that's just the app users. We didn't even talk about the apps, the governance, the infrastructure, all of that. But they have $3.5 trillion in loans, top 10 banks, for trillion per month in repos, 350 plus validators, 30 super validators as well. And like I said, they're connected back to TRM Labs as well, which Ripple is now a founding partner of the Beacon Network with them. But what's crazy about this is they're also growing rapidly in terms of what TRM is doing. I know that TRM was working with Hedera at some point as well. Pretty sure they're still connected back to them, but I do think that this is a huge update. I think that this is a massive move for the industry. We'll have to watch, wait, and see what happens with this and what unfolds. But, these types of pieces are super important for the future of crypto and for Web3, and Ripple being a founding member is very exciting to see, especially considering the names that are. He connected back to TRM Labs, which I'm sure that a lot of these players will be. Tapping in to the Beacon Network. Outside of that, though, we also got a big update for XRP. Here we have top US exchange, Gemini hints at something big coming for XRP. What's funny about this is Gemini. When we think about the Winklevoss twins, they have hated on XRP for years and years and years now. And all of a sudden, everything has changed. I find this very, very interesting. But here we have top US crypto exchange Gemini has stirred fresh excitement within the XRP community after posting a mysterious message on X. The platform tweeted, "The next era of rewards is preparing to launch with the capital letters forming XRP." This has led many to believe that Gemini is preparing another major thing centered on the third biggest crypto asset. Now, we also do have a post here. This is the post. The teaser comes shortly after Gemini finished an XRP giveaway campaign. The exchange gave away 305 XRP worth about $1,000 to one lucky follower who followed its X account and liked their post on August 7th. At the time, the campaign happened alongside XRP's comeback to $3.36 range after briefly dropping to $2.90. That rally was caused by the official end of Ripple's lawsuit with the SEC. Meanwhile, Gemini's post announcing the giveaway winner had already hinted that something big was coming. Now, the latest teaser appears to confirm that a new XRP-centered program could be launching in the weeks ahead. Gemini has consistently promoted XRP since listing the token in August 2023. Notable campaigns have included the XRP cashback via Gemini credit card, which allowed users to earn 2% back in XRP on purchases such as groceries. The XRP Faucet, a limited time thing, in August 2023 gave out 4,000 XRP daily, where verified users could claim 20 XRP each. These past efforts highlighted the exchange's ongoing plan to build excitement around XRP within its system after being late T. Oh, the listing party. For context, Gemini only listed XRP for the first time in August of 2023 after a judge ruled in the SEC case that XRP was not a security. Meanwhile, Gemini is not the only U.S. exchange pushing XRP-related campaigns in June of 2025. Uphold rewarded large XRP holders with $100,000 worth of ZBEC network tokens. Previously, Uphold had also run monthly sweepstakes offering up to 50,000 XRP. With Gemini now teasing the next era of rewards, the XRP community is expecting another campaign that could rival or beat its earlier ones. Meanwhile, excitement for Gemini's upcoming XRP thing is reaching a fever pitch reacting to the latest post. One commenter, Quantum Ultrarunner, expressed frustration with the continuous teasers. He urged the exchange to either announce the big news or stop teasing. Others like Tim XRP said that they're looking forward to the campaign, sharing how they have benefited significantly from previous ones. Now, listen, it's very interesting to me that Gemini continues to push these types of announcements and these teasers. I personally would love for them to finally just announce what they want to announce with XRP. We've seen this in the past as well, where, a lot of these exchanges try to, just push these crazy engagement-forming posts just to kind of, build some of the, community around these projects to really kind of come over to the exchange, use the exchange, or follow the exchange, or just grow their audience base. With Gemini, I don't know if they really need to do that. They have 585,000 followers. They're one of the top-tier exchanges in the space. So we don't know what this could mean. It could definitely be just staking rewards with XRP, but again, we don't know how staking will work unless they actually launch a, DeFi liquidity pool or something like that. But you can. Who knows what this is going to be this time around? But outside of that, we also did get a big update from Gemini actually, which was this one just in Gemini Draws On. Ripple funding deal as exchange prepares for IPO. And here we actually have the full post. And what's crazy about this is Ripple is agreeing to give them a loan. And get this, in Bitcoin. That's crazy to me. The interest rate on this is 4.3%. It's 1,275 Bitcoin. I find this very, very interesting. Now, what's crazy about it is this is coming 2 days prior from this post from Gemini. So, again, what is happening here? They want to go public. They're now announcing XRP. They're trying to push XRP. It's just crazy to me. And also, by the way, talking about IPOs, congrats to Bullish on a successful IPO from Ripple. A portion of the IPO proceeds were settled in Rust, minted on the XRP ledger. This is the first public listing to bring the settlement process on-chain and sets a precedent for how stablecoins can shape future listings. Here we have the announcement from Bullish. Bullish has arranged to receive $1.15 billion of proceeds from its recently completed IPO in stablecoins, which represents a historic step for the use of stablecoins in an initial public offering in the United States. Now again, Bullish, they're not small either, right? They have over 100,000 plus followers. When we're thinking about these moves happening within the stablecoin market, especially even around Rust, it's very, very exciting. Now, when we think about this, Jack McDonald, who is the Senior Vice President of Stablecoins at Ripple, had a few words to say. Rust on the XRP ledger is only becoming more integrated in traditional financial rails from its usage as good collateral to cross-border settlements. and now for the first time as IPO proceeds payment. Even before the Genius Act passed, Relust was repeatedly recognized across both crypto and traditional finance as the gold standard in compliance. And now the floodgates are opening. Watch this space. This is a Ripple Emplo. You telling us that the floodgates are opening. Yes, because crypto and traditional finance